All right, so looks like you all signed up for RSM 482, problem solving and logic in RSM. Um, One of the things I'll warn you, uh, I taught this class in the summer and it was under a different number. So sometimes you'll see it listed as 482 and then also 499. Don't panic if you see it's listed as 499. It just means that it's stuff that I liked and I just didn't change from the summer. So it'll you're as far as you're concerned, it'll be 482, but the 499 is the same, and it's the same class. So don't worry about it. So I just wanted to clarify that as you go through. I don't want you to panic when you see that 499. So with that being said, as I mentioned, this is problem solving and logic and recreation and sport management. Taught this in the May semester for the first time, and I really enjoyed teaching it, and it seemed like a good reaction from the students. So we're going to go ahead and do it again, and hopefully you find it worthwhile. For those that haven't had me, my name is Dr. Don Rocky. I made a little video that you can watch to get to know me a little bit, but basically I came here in 2003 and have been able to see this program grow from not being a major to a major, and a major that has about 350 students in it. So it's been exciting to be a part of that. My contact information, I'm going to try to go on and do as best I can being gaining that normalcy. So I should be around the office a good bit. If you're not afraid to come into the office, we can every Wednesday I have a Zoom meeting that you can get on and meet with me if you want. Also phone or email or other good ways, and all the information's listed there for you. I do have office hours on Monday, Wednesday from 10 to noon, and then Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to 11. That 10 o'clock on Wednesday, as I mentioned, there'll be a Zoom link in there for you. You can come in, and it'll be a recurring meeting that'll be available to you if you so choose to you want to see my face while we meet and be able to see some of the documents as we go over it. So the course description you can read there, but basically what we're trying to do is get an element of critical thinking. So throughout your time here, we've talked about different ideas, issues, concepts, skills that you can work on. And so one of the skills that we want to practice is critical thinking, decision making, problem solving. Going back to leadership, one of the key elements of a good leader is problem solving and decision making. And so we want to help give you some strategies, give you some suggestions of how to go about making decisions, because that's something you're going to have to do on a daily basis, whether it's professional or personal. And so hopefully give you some skills and things to practice on it through this class as you move forward. Okay. It is worth 3 credit hours. Don't have a textbook. I will have some reading materials posted on here for you to take a look at. If I'm posting reading material, I'd want you to read it because it's something that we're going to be talking about. It's something that is going to be on quizzes and tests. Help to supplement, kind of the ideas that we've been talking about to help you create those strategies to come up with decision making. As I mentioned, every Wednesday that we have for the class, starting on the first day of class, you go to this link right here, and it'll take you into a Zoom meeting, and I'll be there, and we can meet with whatever you want to meet. And the nice thing about Zoom is I can show you, like I'm doing here, some of the material. You can see the screen and information, and you can also, if you want to or not, see me as we talk our way through things. Okay. So every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, you'll have that opportunity. Course objectives and learning outcomes mainly for us, but you can read through those and see what we're all going to be trying to accomplish in here. Jumped ahead on me here. Methods of instruction. It's going to be a combination of readings, these voice over PowerPoints that we'll do. Expect you to watch all the videos, spending time creating these videos. so that I can talk you through some of this material, and it's your responsibility as a normal class to take part and look over those videos. This class is asynchronous, so you can do this at any time that you want as long as you're meeting the deadlines, but there's no class time that you have to sit and listen to me talk. The closest thing we have to that is those Wednesday Zoom meetings, and that's up to you if you want to come and meet with me or not. So voiceover PowerPoints, the practical applications, I'm going to have you do case studies and take what we've talked about and what we've learned and implement it into these case studies and try to apply the information into those case studies. I will have you doing posts, and we'll talk about something, and then I'll want you to, or have you watch videos and do readings, and then post information about what your thoughts are, and then you have to respond to other people within the class. And so you'll be doing a lot of posting on discussion boards for this. You'll also, in those case studies, you'll do peer evaluations of each other, read over the material that others have done, make suggestions to them, and then you'll take the suggestions that you get and redo the case study and make those corrections, and then upload it. So you'll have an opportunity to see that here in a little bit as well. The expectation, as far as the academic expectation, do the work, stay on top of your assignments. This class meets for 8 weeks. We're done pretty quick. I'm kind of framing it like as if it was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. So you'll see when you get into the calendar what's due on Monday, things are due on Wednesday, things are due on Friday, and that way it kind of matches up with giving you get you done in those 8 weeks. So, but there are, like I said, since it's only a 8-week class, you're going to have kind of a lot of work to do on this front end with the discussions and watching videos and doing some readings and looking at some of the other supplemental material that I'm going to give you to help support your learning here on decision making. The one thing that you always have to remember: education is what you make of it. So you can come in, say, I'm just going to sneak by, and Dr. Rocky will be none the wiser. That's fine. You're not really done. It's not my education. I've already got my education. It's your education, and what you make of it, and going in and doing these extra things can help strengthen you. You'll be surprised at how often you learn some of these things that you or use these things that you learn. But again, you can go through, try to do the bare minimum, try to get that C and be happy with life, or you can try to excel and do better. And that's what I hope to push you towards, is getting that B and A, and actually working to get that B and A, and getting something from the experience. So communication policy, email is always a great way to get in contact with me. During the week, I'll get back with you in 24 hours. I'm usually really good about returning emails and getting it back to you quick. Weekends, give me 24 to 48 hours. And then office phone, you can call me. I'll be around, like I said, as much as I can in the office. But the other thing is I'll get that message on my email, so I'll be able to return that as well if you do call me. What I will try to do is, again, this is ambitious, is after you submit an assignment, I'll try to get it turned around in 2 days, so that some of the activities, so that you can make those corrections and use that feedback for the next assignment or the next activity, so that you'll have that as you move forward. Again, if the class gets too big, then it does slow down the process. But right now it's nice and small. I can probably get it done in no problem in 2 days. So, but that's my goal. Course requirement. Online attendance is basically, are you participating in the discussion board? Are you doing the quizzes? Are you doing the watching the videos? That's kind of the way that I'm keeping track of you. There'll be, we'll talk about it. I'll give quizzes periodically through, just to track to make sure that you're getting the material. It also gives you an idea whether you're understanding the material. So when the tests come around, you're prepared for it in smaller doses rather than one big slam session of trying to get everything in between those ears as you can. Okay. Missed assignments, missed assignments, you gotta, if you know that something's gonna come up and you're gonna miss something, work ahead of time. Let me know so that I can make a decision on it and make some steps to help you with that. But I know some issues come up. Just stay in contact with me. Okay. Biggest area of trouble for students in this is falling behind, and you don't want to fall behind because that makes it awful difficult to dig yourself out of. Okay. Technology, again, you're going to have access to the internet, access to the computer to be able to get this material that you're going to be doing throughout the semester. Here's the assignments and the breakdowns, and again we'll talk some more about each one of these assignments, but you'll have basically 3 case studies that you'll have to do. Each one of them you'll submit a draft, and the draft should be pretty good. You'll get and then you'll have an opportunity to revise it, and then you'll do peer evaluations for somebody else in your class. Okay. And somebody else will be doing it for you so that you can use it to make your revisions. We'll do that all in, turn it in, and it makes it real nice. I can get those done pretty quickly in that mode. So you'll have those 3 case studies. The third one is worth 150 points, and you basically just submit it once. You won't have a revision because that's the last one, and you should have it down and not need revisions on that. Reflection posts. That's the postings that I'm going to have you do, the discussion posts. You'll have several of those. That'll add up to 75 points for the class. You also have quizzes that you'll have to do. That'll come up to about 50 points. You'll have a midterm exam, which is 100 points, a final exam, which is 100 points, and then the total points in here are around 825. Again, might give or take, but it'll be around 825 points. Everything will be submitted on Moodle. The quizzes will be and tests will be done on Moodle, so you'll never have to really see me in person if you don't ever want to. So it is all online and all submitted in that manner. Okay. Grading wise, we're on a 10-point scale. So if you get 742.5, that's an A in the class. B plus goes down to 726, and you can see it works its way down. Most of you need this class for either graduation or for just to matriculate through the program. So you got to have that C or higher in here. So you got to get higher than 577 points. Again, hopefully you're pushing yourself to do better than that. Okay. Students with disabilities. If anybody has any disabilities, that's something you need to just make me aware of so I can get you the assistance that you need, and make sure that you're setting yourself up to be successful in the class. So make sure if you do have any issues, let me know, and I'll be able to work with you to get that. But it has to be documented, so make sure that you let me know that within this first week. Etiquette and code of conduct for the net and etiquette. You can read through there. The idea is we're in it together and trying to help each other be successful. So when we're doing the postings and when we're doing the peer evaluations, you want honest feedback, and you want to focus on the paper and what's happening with the paper, and be respectful of each other. You don't you want to help each other get better. So not everything has to be good news. I'd love to give you good news all the time, but that's not doing you any justice. You're not really helping you get better. So I do have to bring up some issues with your writing or issues with your thoughts that you put down, or and kind of based upon what we've talked about in the class. And so just be prepared for that, but give honest feedback and be respectful of each other, and we won't have any trouble in this out. I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and I'll make another video so we can finish up talking about